Thanks to the supporters of channel member Harold Rotmo. There is a chance, albeit a small one, that we're not actually as rubbish as we all thought we are. Because a win today against Sporty will put us only 3 points behind them and well and truly in a promotion push. Since you were last with me, we've actually not lost in our last 4 matches, which is absolutely bonkers, really. We're getting used to playing in this diamond formation, and Kamal Taha, fresh off of his international duty, has come back a new man. He went away on international duty having been a bit rubbish, came back. I mean, okay, he was still a bit rubbish in those 2 matches, but he scored there and scored twice there. You know I like him because he's 6'4", but now he's scoring goals as well, which is jolly nice to see. And yeah, we've forced our way up all the way to the giddy heights of 5th place in the league, 17 points on the board, well clear of relegation, which of course is the main plan for this season, and only 5 points outside of those automatic promotion spots, playing Sporty today. Let's go and beat them. Wouldn't this be a thing? This is the team. We've got Al Daheri in goal, a back 4 of Abdullah, Al Balushi, Al Shay, and Al Bedwawi, and then it's the other it's Bedwari and Badwari. We've discussed this at length. It's Al Bedwari, Al Badwari at the base of these guys need names. I mean, we did get some suggestions coming in the last episodes. It might just be Bed and Bad from now on, because I can't. It's for some reason those ones don't roll off my tongue. El Mediad and Sabil in midfield. Sabil, by the way, our current top scorer, despite the fact we've got some very good strikers at 35 years old. Having never really been a goal threat in his entire career, we've released Mohamed Sabil. And he's got 10 goals and assists in 11 matches and doing a 7.27. He's having the season of his career. And in fact, the entire front 4 is starting to look very threatening, because then, of course, we've got Taha, Ahmad, and Abaka up front. Let's get this team submitted and hopefully get out there, beat the top of the table team, and properly insert ourselves into a promotion push, title race, however you want to phrase these. How do we want to phrase these things? Is it, I guess it's not a title race until we're in the top two. I think we have to be in the promotion bits before we can call it a title race. For now, we're trying to do a promotion push. But of course, every time we've played against anybody any good, it's generally not gone very well for us. So just because we've beaten a few of the whipping boys in recent weeks doesn't mean we are suddenly not rubbish. Unless it does. Maybe all we needed was the confidence boost. We'll know more at the end of this football match. And here is Sporty trying to play around the side of us. Obviously, we're very narrow, but Bed is in there to intercept, and Sabil plays it forward to Taha. And this is our front 3 all interacting with each other. Taha's kicked a guy. Oh, we got away with it. It looked like a foul. Everyone stopped apart from one guy for us, and Abaka is in, and he's forced the save out of the Sporty goalkeeper, and that was pure non-league right there. Everybody stopped, and then the ref didn't blow his whistle. We just kind of carried on. That is a big looping high corner. It comes back off the crossbar, comes back off the goalkeeper, and finally ends up in the back of the net. I mean, it's absolute chaos the way the ball has gone in. This isn't defending of a team that should be top of the league as far as I'm concerned. It's a good corner, comes back off the crossbar, then the keeper makes an incredible save, but then Al Shahi, our centre-back, is there to poke it home for the 1-0 lead just after the half-hour mark. And this really is... This is big if we can hold on to this. Oh, they've got so much space. I mean, he's just peeled away from our defender there. It's an immediate reply. I know it's a Football Manager cliche, but that is an immediate reply. It's less than 60 seconds have gone, both in-game and in real time. I hadn't even finished talking about how great it was. And they get a throw-in and then just loop a crossover of their own. I don't know what our defender's doing here, because we've just let the striker peel away from him. It's Al Balushi, just lets his attacker get away from him, and it's a free header at the far post. I also don't know where our left-back was, Abdullah, in that situation. But, I mean, he's just carved himself out space in the 6-yard box. There's not a lot I can do about that when our players are just not very good. Al Shay plays it forward to Sabil, and now Abaka looking to get a counter-attack going. Ahmad's in. Ahmad's got space of his own. I mean, they've stepped off him. They've let him have a couple of touches. Every touch he took, he wasn't moving. Every touch he took, do a cartwheel. Every touch he took, they moved further away from him. I've criticised Football Manager a lot in recent months, but it really is It really is demonstrating how low the standard of football is in this league. Brilliantly. In the match engine, I can't complain. Defensively, every team is a shambles. We've seen 3 examples of it in 3 minutes. It's still only 33 minutes on the clock. It's 2-1, and we might be about to concede again. They've hit the crossbar, I think. I think they have hit the... I mean, that could have been 4 goals in 3 minutes. Defending is not a thing in this league, it seems, which is probably for the best because we've not got any defenders. All our best players are attackers, and... I mean, they're doing the business today. We're 2-1 up at half time. If we can hold on to this, this will be pretty important. I can get back to my speech from before now because there's your demonstration of what it actually does. It pulls Sporty out of the top 2 and gets us just 3 points off the top of the league and very much in the mix as part of what I guess is becoming a top 5, which we're trying to become a part of. That is terrifying. I don't like that at all. But it goes back to our shape. Oh, God, he's hitting it even harder this time. They are trying to give me a heart attack. Big ball forward, looking for Abaka, and he can't win his header. And they're trying to play through our very crowded middle again. So they've decided that's probably a bad idea. Let's go out wide. It's probably a sensible plan against us. But they are now trying to knock the ball around us again. They've done very well. And they've got a huge amount of space in the middle. They hit the crossbar again. Defensively, it is a joke, but Taha plays it forward to Ahmad. They've left 5 men back there. They're the ones chasing the match. But they've got the full-on flat back 6 in effect, and 5 of them were still back, even though they were attacking. And our attackers are very much feeding off scraps, but they've fed off the scraps quite well so far. So I'm not too worried about it. If obviously we concede another goal, then it becomes... not ideal. Right, Al Bedwari is going to come off and Al Kabi is going to come on for him. And I think we probably don't do any more change. Again, I'm very much of a mind to only change personnel for fitness reasons. Even if a player's not playing very well, I know our bench is full of absolute jokers. So there is no improving the team by bringing players off the bench. It is purely to protect against injury and exhaustion. Taha, good work from him here. Lays it off to Abdullah, who's got absolutely acres of space and does the worst cross in history, but finds Al Kabi, Al Medied, and now it's back to Abdullah again. Is he going to do a sensible cross this time? He's got players in the middle. Just drive it across. I mean, he does drive it across. He's done exactly what I've asked him to do. We've got all 3 of our forwards there ready for the tap-in, and not one of them stepped up to where I could see the ball was going before it was hit. I mean, I guess they'd been put off by the previous terrible cross. Right, Al-Badwari to Sabil. Sabil plays it forward to Abaka, who's dropped a little bit short here, lays it off to Al-Badwari, and now Sabil again, and slides it through to Abaka. It's a lovely pass and a terrible finish, and it remains 2-1. 10 minutes to go. And the players are starting to get tired now, so we are going to have to make a few more changes. Sabil is going to come off at Al Hamadi. And again, I don't really feel the need to make any more changes. The only attacking change we've got is Khalifa Al Mansouri, who was one of the absolute terrible jokes of a winger who we used at the start of the season, was so bad that we stopped playing with wingers. We're training him to play as a striker. He's the only attacker on the bench. I certainly don't want to mess with the defence. And there's no, I mean, Abaka's having a poor game, but bringing that joke on for him, not a good plan. So I think we just, it hurts me because, I love a substitution, but we just try and hold on. We've got what we've got, and it looks like we're going to be able to. And this is a famous victory for precision football. We are in a promotion push, boys and girls. And I didn't expect to be saying that half an episode ago. Next up is Dubai Irish. I think we need to go and find out which part of Dubai or Ireland, I guess, they hang out in. So it seems Dubai Irish are the oldest amateur football club in the UAE. There you go. Formed by a group of proud Irish expats operating out of the... I don't know. What's with the... around operating? Very confused. But I have managed to establish, not on Google, but from their own website, where they play. They play at the Al Habtor Polo Resort, which is here. It's right on the edge of where Dubai becomes lots of desert. So it's one of the last places you can visit before you hit the desert. Let's have a look at So I think this was their pitch. Can we even get down there? It looks like we can only look at it from up here. This is the one that was labelled as Dubai Irish when I zoomed in. So this is their pitch. But we can't get a close look at their pitch. Are we going to be able to see it from this road here? Probably not. I mean, there's some big houses nearby. Goodness me. How do I go about getting me one of these rather than living in the Premier Inn? I think it's through there. The other side of these trees. It's not a very busy road, is it? Are they parking spaces? Side-on parking spaces? They can't be parking spaces. What do the road markings mean? How do you get in? Is that a road in up there? Maybe we'll come up to this roundabout. Oh, can we get a proper view? Oh, wow. It really does just become desert. So I think it's in here. But alas, if anyone is in Dubai, maybe you've got a holiday there. If you could head down and do a few street view pictures in some of these areas that aren't on the map, that would be handy for my videos. It might spoil a day of your holiday, but I mean, you get to look at these nice houses. I think it'll be fine. And of course, in game, they are one of the teams who are also probably tentatively looking at the opportunity for maybe a promotion push and trying to decide what the appropriate language to use for it is. They're only 1 point below us, and they're going to look at us the way we just looked at Sporty, knowing a win against us puts them right in the mix. And to be fair for us, anything other than a win makes things look a lot more challenging. I think I'd probably be okay with a draw, but I can't be too picky when our team's rubbish. The 11 is unchanged because we don't have any kind of squad. I think the transfer window opens up again when we get to January. It stayed open very late until October. I think we still get the normal January transfer window though. So we will very much be looking to bring in players when we get to January. We're still spending less than half of our weekly wage budget. It's not an issue of we can't afford to add more players to the squad. It's more a case of anyone who's any good wants far too much money. And that is troublesome. Have they got any Irish-looking names in their team? Can we see the Dubai Irish team? They're wearing green shirts, so I wonder if they're just wearing Ireland international kits, because you might as well. Oh, Ahmad's in here. Ahmad's in, and he's scored. I mean, it's full on Route 1. I mean, it's not even Route 1. Route 1 needs a flick on, doesn't it? My understanding was Route 1, big kick, nod down, goal. But this is, I mean, it's just bounced. It's literally from the keeper. The keeper's getting an assist here. It's gone over the top of the defence, which, to be fair, is a tactical instruction we're using. Play the ball over the top of the defence. For situations like that, our best players are our strikers. Get the ball as far up the pitch as possible and let the strikers see what they can come up with, is the plan. It's the full tactic. Once again, we've conceded within a minute of scoring, though. So that's probably something that'd be nice to iron out. And it's from a set piece again. In the last match, it was from a throw immediately after we scored. This time, it's from a free kick immediately after we've scored. And we've given them 2 free headers in the penalty area. There seems to be a theme coming to the goals that we concede. Al-Badwari plays it across to Al-Medied. And now Al-Bedwari, Sabil, what a hit! And he's put us back ahead again. And the goals are coming in clumps, aren't they? For the second match in a row, this is 3 goals in 3 minutes. You can't afford to go for a tinkle during a precision match because all the goals could happen while you're in there doing your business. What a wallop that is. 2-1 now, and we are all over them. And there are no Irish-looking names in their team. He says. They've got a Craig Leach, they've got a Macready, they've got a Dolan. Okay, I say there's no Irish names. There's multiple Irish names in there. So Craig Leach, presumably, okay, he's Scottish. He must have a bit of Irish in him. He doesn't. So he's formerly of Kill-winning Rangers, amongst others. I need to see more. Who else have we got? Chris Macready is actually a new gen. So they've done a Northern Irish new gen who was born in Port Ballintrae in Northern Ireland. I've almost certainly said that wrong. But has Emirati as a second nationality and is fluent in both English and Arabic. So, I mean, that's quite... There must be something in the makeup of the club that means they're likely to get players like that come through as new gens. Because there you go. They've got another Irish one there, Stephen Dolan. That's quite clever. So he's born in Ireland, but second nationality ever. So these are, I guess, Irish kids who've been born in Ireland or Northern Ireland and ended up moving over to Dubai with mummy and daddy and signing for Dubai Irish, which is jolly good. And I'm just quite impressed that Football Manager has been able to model that, because I haven't had any Irish players come through and I don't expect to. They all go to Dubai Irish. Oh, goodness me. Very, very close to another quick equaliser. I mean, we're riding our luck a little bit here today. XG of 0.33. We've only had 3 shots and scored 2 of them. One of them was an absolute wallop, as we saw. But we are... I mean, I guess when you're in form, you're in form. Ahmad shoots. I mean, it was always bending away from the goal. It was probably heading for the top corner until it started bending. But if it stays like this, we are right up there, boys and girls. 1 point behind Sporting, who was sat in that second automatic promotion spot. No playoffs in this league, remember? And I know we are having a little bit of a purple patch and it's not likely to carry on for the entire season. But if we can stay in this mix as we head towards January and then make... I mean, even if we could bring 3 or 4 players in who could just sit on the bench and allow me to make substitutions, that... I think we might just be able to sneak it. And then, of course, it becomes decisions around, do we stay at Precision and try and keep them up? Look at me talking as if we're already promoted. Or do we try and use our newfound footballing fame as a promotion expert to go and find another job? Not necessarily even in the UAE. I mean, there's no limitation saying we even have to stay in Asia for the next job. We're not committed to Asia until we've won the Asian Champions League. We just have to win the Asian Champions League eventually. But it doesn't have to be at this club or even in this spell. We could head off to Africa now. We could conceivably head to Europe, although I can't imagine any European clubs are going to want to hire me. And we don't have any European leagues loaded. We've only got Africa and Asia loaded at the moment. So I guess we are limited by the speed of my computer. We're not making changes. I am sitting on my hands. Sit on your hands, Kev. I'm sitting on my hands. Everyone is doing fine fitness-wise, and our substitutions are rubbish. So let's not change anything. We don't need to change anything. Al Medyed tries to play it forward to Ahmad, but Tar wins it back and then lays it off to Abdullah. We've got something working tactically that's getting the best out of our best players. Abdullah's our best defender, so we've got him up there doing wing-back things. Taha's linking up nicely. Sabil's getting chances from out of midfield, and we're getting the ball to our front 2, who are our best players. So we're kind of trying to paper over the areas where we're weak. Our defence is absolute dross. Our midfield isn't particularly strong outside of Sabil, but we're kind of hiding them with the way we're playing and focusing on getting the ball to the best players and letting them do their thing. Kev does football. Cross comes in, and that must have taken a deflection, because otherwise that was another genuinely horrid cross that ended up in the hands of their keeper. By the way, their goalkeeper looks very little, but they are playing the ball out from defence, and I'm not really enjoying there being highlights at this stage of the match. I'd quite happily see us hit full time now. Blow the whistle. 82 minutes in. It's warm. We're all hot. Let's just go home. Let's just head back to the Premier Inn and not let that happen. But no, we can't do that, can we? I mean, we came into this knowing a draw was fine. A draw probably is still fine. I should probably have a look at the fitness levels of but there's probably a few changes we should make. Al-Kabi is probably our only decent guy we can bring off the bench. And we could bring on Al-Hamadi for Taha. We've seen him score a great goal an episode or 2 ago. So we'll bring him on as well. And we'll see, I guess. I mean, we're still 3 points off automatic promotion, even with a draw here. And looking at the match stats and looking at the match momentum, if we come away with a draw, it's an absolute mugging, because it has been all Dubai Irish all match long. And we've just had a couple of good moments. And I think they'll feel a little bit hard done by even coming away with a draw from this one. And they're pushing for the win. They have got the ball and they are trying to play it over the top of our rubbish defence. And Abdullah doesn't really deal with it. And McCready for Dubai Irish plays it. And it's a good save, but I mean, it hurts, but it was probably coming. And I think we're very limited there by not being able to make changes. They were able to freshen things up. We couldn't really. And it stings the way it's happened, but we can't really complain. If you look at the match stats overall, we can't really complain that we've been beaten there. We were nowhere near as good as they were. And that puts us back down to 8th place again. It is tight in this league, so we're still only 4 points off the promotion spots and only 7 points above relegation. You have 2 or 3 wins or 2 or 3 defeats in a row, everything changes in this league. Right. Give me a January transfer window. I need players. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.